إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله. All praise is due to Allah. I seek refuge with Him, and I declare that there is no one worthy of worship but Allah, and that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is His servant and His messenger. قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم: الله نور السماوات والأرض مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح المصباح في زجاجة الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم. Translation: Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The example of His light is like a niche within which is a lamp. The lamp is within a glass, the glass as if it were a pearly white star lit from the oil of a blessed olive tree, neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil would almost glow even if untouched by fire. Light upon light, Allah guides to His light whom He wills, and Allah presents examples for a niche or a lamp. The heart of the believer is what he is naturally inclined to of guidance and what he or she learns of the Quran, which is in accordance with the natural inclination or the fitrah that Allah has created us on, are like a shiny lamp that is fueled when not destroyed by anything else. It's like a shiny lamp that is fueled by the oil of that natural and pure inclination towards Allah that He has put in all hearts before they are corrupted. So that natural inclination or that natural fitrah that Allah has created it on is almost enough to light a person's heart with the light of Allah if left alone. Then comes Allah's words on top, Allah's guidance when followed, only to fuel that further, producing bigger, more beautiful light that lights what's around it as well. These are great ayat that shows us that the guidance of Allah, His nur, His light is the success that we should seek in this dunya. It is the gift of Allah Almighty to His servant. This does not negate us seeking that guidance, but to obtain and the satisfaction of Allah in this world and the hereafter. Like a patient who takes medicine to be cured, although the healer in fact is Allah. We need to make sure that we take we do what we need to do to be cured, but eventually the cure is Allah. So as the guidance really comes from Allah. We seek it, but we always ask Allah for it. Among the verses that confirm this meaning is the saying of Allah, وَمَنْ لَمْ يَجْعَلِ اللَّهُ لَهُ نُورًا فَمَا لَهُ مِن نُورٍ. And he whom Allah has not granted light, for him there is no light. I find a constant need to remind myself first and foremost and others of this ayah. With the experience of everyday life, with all the distractions and falsehoods one gets bombarded with, all the people misguidance that are around us, all the people that are really misguided by others who think they're doing well, but really they're going to their destruction, and who are not blessed with that light, the nur of Allah, falling prey to lies, falsehoods in droves. Allah's light, or we're really going like a blind person who does not know where he's going. Really, there is no halfway solution here. It's either light or total darkness. And the only source of that guiding light is Allah. No other source. And the only way we can get it is by doing our deeds and making constant dua to Allah for that guidance, and that we die on that guidance. Listen to this hadith from Allah, from Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم. قال الحسد يأكل الحسنات كما تأكل النار الحطب والصدقة تطفئ الخطيئة كما يطفئ الماء النار والصلاة نور المؤمن والصوم جنة من النار. He said, envy consumes good deeds, just as fire consumes wood, and charity extinguishes bad deeds, just as water extinguishes fire. Prayer is the light of the believer, and fasting is a shield against the fire. Where else can you get this guidance from? Where else can you live to this way other than having that guidance? This is our guidance, our way of life. The guidance is the light from Allah that He puts in our heart. The Prophet put all of this in perspective when he said when he entered Mecca, and he said, the day of the Fath Makkah, يا أيها الناس إن الله قد أذهب عنكم غيبة الجاهلية وتعاظمها بآبائها فالناس رجلان رجل بر تقي كريم على الله كريم على الله وفاجر شقي هين على الله والناس بنو آدم وخلق الله آدم من تراب. So Allah, the Prophet ﷺ made that distinction very clear when he made the sermon in Mecca, when he said, O people, verily Allah has removed the slogans of Jahiliyyah from you and its reverence for its forefathers. So now there are two types of men, only two. A man who is righteous, has taqwa and honorable before Allah, and a wicked man who is miserable and insignificant to Allah. No matter how happy you think you are in this life, no matter what their drive or they live in, they are miserable, they are insignificant to Allah. People are children of Adam, and Allah created Adam from dust. Notice that clear distinction: the honorable, righteous, the one who's guided with this nur of Allah, and the wicked, miserable, the one who's in complete darkness. There's really no way to Allah's guidance, that nur, except through Him, through Allah, and except by His grace, by His mercy. That's why we need to constantly make dua to Allah to get to that guidance. And that comes, again, with emphatic dua, doing the compulsory deeds and the extras in order to qualify for that guarantee that Allah gave and made to His faithful servants. Listen to these ayat, as Shaitan was ordered by Allah to make sujood to Adam, and then he refused out of arrogance. Listen to this exchange with Allah. So he's telling Allah, قَالَ رَأَيْتُكَ هَذَا الَّذِي كَرَّمْتَ عَلَيَّ لَإِنْ أَخَّرْتَنِي إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ لَأَحْتَنِكَنَّ ذُرِّيَّتَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. So Shaitan was telling Allah, he's saying, do you see that the one you honored above me? He's talking about the Adam. If you delay my end until the day of judgment, I will certainly take hold of his descendants except for a few. So Allah answered, قال اذهب فمن تبعك منهم فإن جهنم جزاؤكم جزاء موفورا. Be gone. Whoever of them follows you, hell will surely be for the reward for all of you, an ample reward. And then Allah continues, واستفزز من استطعت منهم بصوتك واجلب عليهم بخيلك ورجلك وشاركهم في الأموال والأولاد وعدهم وما يعدهم الشيطان إلا غرورا. And whoever you can of them, with your voice, mobilize against them all your cavalry and infantry, manipulate them in their wealth and children, and make them promises. But Satan promises them nothing but delusion. So then Allah makes the distinction, the exclusion of those, most of the people who are follow the shaitan except few. إن عبادي ليس لك عليهم سلطان وكفى بربك وكيلا. And Allah adds, you will truly have no authority over my faithful servants, and sufficient is your Lord as a guardian. So we ask Allah that we are those among those faithful servants, and that Allah is our guardian always. And with so many distractions daily from social media, from all of the events and noise around us, we would be among the truly distinguished, especially in this day and age, to be guided by that only light, the Nur of Allah. Allah says in the Quran, أَفَمَنْ شَرَحَ اللَّهُ صَدْرَهُ لِلْإِسْلَامِ فَهُوَ عَلَى نُورٍ مِّن رَبِّهِ فَوَيْلٌ لِلْقَاسِيَةِ قُلُوبِهِم مِّن ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ أُولَٰئِكَ فِي ضَلَالٍ مُّبِينٍ. So is one whose breast Allah has expanded to accept Islam and is upon a light from his Lord, like one whose heart rejects it, then woe to those whose hearts are hardened against the remembrance of Allah. Those are in manifest error. I ask Allah that we're not among those. And then Allah in another ayah says, فَمَنْ تَبَعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Whoever follows my guidance, there is no fear concerning them, nor will they grieve. And then another couple of more ayat to make the point. بَلَا مَنْ أَسْلَمَ وَجْهَهُ لِلَّهِ وَهُوَ مُحْسِنٌ فَلَهُ أَجْرُهُ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِ وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Yes, on the contrary, whoever submits his face to Islam, to Allah, while being a doer of goodwill, have his reward with his Lord, and no fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve. Now, what did Allah say in the ayah before this ayah? He was talking about the disbelievers, the people of the book, who said, وَقَالُوا لَن يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارَى تِلْكَ أَمَانِيُّهُمْ قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. In the previous ayah, Allah addressing those people of the book, none that they say, and they say, none will enter paradise except who is a Jew or Christian. That is merely their wishful thinking. Say, produce your proof if you should be truthful. And I ask Allah that He guides us, makes us among those with His constant guidance, His constant nur. I ask Allah for His nur in every minute, especially our last minutes, my last minutes. Ask Allah for forgiveness. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salam ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. One of the predecessors said, one of the righteous predecessors said, وَاللَّهِ لَوْ عَلِمَ الْمُلُوكِ مَا نَحْنُ عَلَيْهِ مِنْ نَعِيمٍ. I swear by Allah, if the kings, those in power, would know, those who seek the best pleasures of this world, would know, or he meant would taste, the happiness, the bliss we're upon in this life, they would fight us to attain that with the sword. That's the content in Allah, the guidance, that nur that's constantly guide us in life. What's better for us to know than this? That bliss, ultimate happiness in this dunya and in the inshallah in the day of judgment. Allahu waliyyu alladhina amanu yukhrijuhum min adh-dhulumati ila an-nur وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَوْلِيَاءَهُمُ الطَّاغُوتُ يُخْرِجُونَهُم مِّنَ النُّورِ إِلَى الظُّلُمَاتِ. Allah is the ally of those who believe. He brings them out of darkness into light, and those who disbelieve, their allies are Taghut. They take them out of light into darkness. Those are the companions of the fire. They will abide externally therein. Taghut here is anything that drives away from the remembrance of Allah and the dhikr of Allah. Shaitan, of course, is the biggest Taghut, but you'll find that there are many, many other Taghuts out there who are the tools of Shaitan, and I can't really name them. I mean, again, my favorite target is social media, but there are many others, of course. Bad company, our desires, many things. And continuing with the Surah An-Nur, Allah goes on to describe those who are guided by His Nur. رِجَالٌ لَا تُلْهِيهِمْ تِجَارَةٌ وَلَا بَيْعٌ عَنْ ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَإِقَامِ الصَّلَاةِ وَإِيتَاءِ الزَّكَاةِ يَخَافُونَ يَوْمًا تَتَقَلَّبُ فِيهِ الْقُلُوبُ وَالْأَبْصَارُ. Those are men. Who are those who are guided by His Nur? Men who neither commerce nor sale distract them from the remembrance of Allah and performance of prayer and giving of zakah. They fear a day in which the hearts and eyes will fearfully turn about. On the other side, Allah describes the opposite of that. And again, as we said before, there's no middle way when it comes to Allah's guidance. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَعْمَالَهُمْ كَسَرَابٍ بِقِيعَةٍ يَحْسَبُهُ الظَّمْآنُ مَاءً حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءَهُ لَمْ يَجِدْهُ شَيْئًا وَوَجَدَ اللَّهَ عِنْدَهُ فَوَفَّاهُ حِسَابَهُ وَاللَّهُ سَرِيعُ الْحِسَابِ. But those who disbelieved, their deeds are like a mirage. They think they're doing great in this dunya. They think they're the best. They think they're brothers, and they think they're great people. Then they come in the day of judgment. Their deeds are like a mirage in a lowland, which a thirsty one thinks is water, until when he comes to it, he finds it is nothing, but finds Allah before him, and He will pay him in full his due. And Allah is swift in account. I ask Allah to guide us by His Nur every day, every step in our way, every minute in the day, and to make our best days our last on this earth. Ameen. I leave with this ayah from Allah. أَفَمَنْ يَعْلَمُ أَنَّمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ الْحَقُّ كَمَنْ هُوَ أَعْمَى إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. Then is he who knows that what has been revealed to you from your Lord is the truth, like one who is blind? They will only be reminded who are people of understanding. I ask Allah to make us always among those with His guidance every step of our way. اللهم إياك نعبد ولك نصلي ونسجد وإليك نسعى نرجو رحمتك ونخشى عذابك إن عذابك بالكفار ملحق. اللهم أعنا ولا تعن علينا وانصرنا ولا تنصر علينا واهدنا ويسر الهدى لنا. اللهم انصر أخواننا المستضعفين في كل مكان، في فلسطين، في كشمير، في العراق، في سوريا، في اليمن، وفي كل مكان يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم تقبل توبتنا وغسل حوبتنا وأجب دعوتنا وثبت حجتنا واهد قلوبنا وسدد ألسنتنا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم نسألك من الخير كله عاجله وآجله ما علمنا منه وما لم نعلم، ونعوذ بك من الشر كله عاجله وآجله ما علمنا منه وما لم نعلم. اللهم إنا نسألك إيمانا لا يرتد ونعيما لا ينفد وقرة عين لا تنقطع ومرافقة نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم في أعلى جنان الخلد يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله العظيم يذكركم واشكروه يزدكم واستغفروه يغفر لكم واتقوه يجعل لكم من أمركم مخرجا. وأقم